Okay, so in this video, we are going to study one more concept in Python, which is string format method. Okay, so before directly going for understanding the concept, first of all, we are going to understand what is the need for going towards this particular concept. Okay, and we are going to understand it in the context of one earlier program that we were coding. So in that context, we are going to understand what is the need of this particular concept. Okay, so let us again go to our IntelliJ IDEA. Okay, so in the last video, we were solving a problem statement. Okay, and we were asked to square a given number. Okay, so in that context, we had learned how to make use of this function input. Okay, so input function was used to take input from the user. Okay, and because the input function always gives you string as the output, or it returns string value, we had converted that string into int using one of the another function which was called as int function. Okay, so this int was given to our variable number, and we had performed square here, and that square of that particular number was stored inside one variable. We had called it as square, and we had printed that using print. Okay, so in the earlier video as well, I had told you there are few changes that we are going out there. There are going to be some modifications that we are going to do in this code so as to make this code even better. Okay, so now let us understand which things that we can do here to make this code even better. Okay, so let us just run this code again, and let us just observe what the output we were getting earlier, and then I will tell you what things we are going to do. Okay, so in the output pane, it is asking me please give the number to be squared. Okay, so suppose if I press any number, okay, so suppose as we had done earlier, if I give number as 2, okay, and if I press enter, so we were getting output as 4. Okay, but right now we are done with our core code. Okay, but we want to make it even better. We want to decorate it somehow. Okay, so that it will be it will seem a bit good in terms of GUI. Okay, so what we can do is, rather than just printing 4 here, suppose if I want to print the square of given number is 4. Okay, so what I want right now is, I want the output window to look like this. Okay, the square of given number is 4. Okay, so this is what I want to escort. The square of given number is 4. Okay, so this is what I want to show on the output screen. Okay, by the way, one more thing, as we have reached to this point now, if you want to comment anything, if you want to make any line of code which you don't want to execute in the code, like this line, okay, I don't want to put this line of code inside my actual code. Okay, but what I want to do is, I am going to have that as a guideline for my code. Okay, so what you can do is just put hash in front of that. Okay, so hash, if you put hash in front of any line, it is considered as it is the comment line. Okay, comment line means your Python IDE, your IntelliJ IDEA, it will not consider this line of code inside your actual code. Okay, it will be considered as a comment only. So we want this line of code as at our output side. So what changes we can do? Just observe in the code what things we will have to do to make our output look like this. Okay, so you can pause the video and think over it, but I think you have guessed it by now. What we can do right now here is, in the print, we will have to make the change in the print statement. Okay, there is nothing else to be done in the first 2 lines. In the print only, what we can do is, we want to have this line of code. Okay, so because it is a string, so we'll have to put inside the string. Okay, so I'll have to write the square of given number is. Okay, and I wish to print this variables value after that. Okay, so how can it be done? Just think over it. We have seen it in the earlier video. So what is the way by which you can do this? After this line of code, I want to print it, the value of this in the code. Suppose if you write it like this, square, whether it will work? No, because it will print this line of code as it is. It will print on the screen the square of given number is square. So we don't want that. We actually want is, what we want is, we want value of variable square here. Okay, and how can it be done? So what we can do is that we have already seen is, if you want to do it like that, just put one comma. We have done it when we showed in the earlier video that how you can assemble different data types inside single print. Okay, so how we can do here is, we'll just have to write square. Okay, so this is one of the way by which we can do this. Let us just see whether we are getting our desired output or not. Okay, so if I just right click over it and again run our code, let us just see whether we are getting our output or not. I'll just zoom it in so that it will be visible. Okay, so suppose we wanted to square our number 2, right? Okay, so I have given number 2 as input, and as you can observe, it is showing me output as the square of given number is 4. Okay, so I think we have achieved our desired output. This is now looking better, right? As compared to the earlier one. Earlier one was just showing us the answer. So that is not better in terms of GUI. So if you are giving a proper GUI, it is better in terms of final user or end user. Okay, so right now it is looking a bit better. So what more I can do with this code? So what I want to do is, I want to make it even better. Okay, so what I want to do is, right now we have just shown the answer here, the square of given number is 4. Rather than that, I want to show here that the square of given number, rather than given number, I want to replace this with the number which was given. Okay, so the number that was given was 2. Okay, so what I want to show right now on the screen is the square of 2 is 4. Okay, so just think over it. What can be done inside this print statement so that I will get an output like this? Okay, I just pause the video if you want and think over it, and then come back again so that we will see the solution. Okay, so by now I think you must have come up with any one solution for that, any solution for that. Okay, so what can be done? So is it possible if I replace this one given number with 2, whether it will be a probable solution? No, because the problem here is that right now we have given 2 as input. That is why we are getting answer as 4, but we are asking the user for input. He or she may give 2 as input, 3 as input, 4 as input. Okay, so we don't have the control over that input. Okay, so the input can be anything as given by users. So that is why we have made use of this variable so as to store that input. So you'll have to make use of this variable here so that whatever number user will give it, we will have to print it as it is and then the square of that corresponding number. Okay, so whatever that we had done here, same thing we'll have to do here. The most easiest solution of this problem would be the square of, again I'll have to complete this string here. Again I'll have to put one comma. Again I'll have to put the variable that was there, so the variable in which we have stored our number. So I'll have to put this variable as it is. Again I'll have to put comma, and I want to have this is, right? Right. Okay, so what I'll have to do is, I'll have to again this quote is already there, so what I can do is I can put one more quote here. Okay, so it will probably, you should have guessed what would be the output. The square of, then comma is there, it will print the number which square is there, and is, it will print the output square. Let us see whether we are getting the output, desired output or not. Again let us run the code. Okay, and again let us put the value as 2 so that you will see whether we are getting this output or not. So if I put enter, it is showing me that the square of 2 is 4. Okay, so we are getting the desired output that we wanted. But don't you think this way of writing, it's a bit complicated and a bit kind of not easy as a programmer, because right now we are having only 2 variables, so we had to do this much of thing. Okay, so what if I have to show more number of variables? What if I have to display different kind of data types and all? So this way is not that easy. This is a bit complicated, or this is a bit kind of not user friendly. Okay, so the solution for this is the same thing that we are going to print, but Python is giving us a better way to do this same thing. Okay, so in the Python 3 and Python 3 onwards, it has given us a very simple solution to perform this task. Okay, so we are going to see that task, we are going to see that concept, and that concept that we had already told is the string format method that we are going to study. Okay, so as we already do, always do, let us just see in the documentation what Python has to say about that string method. Okay, so I'll just type it in what we want to study right now. Format, I'll just have to type it in which concept we are going to study. So format in Python. Okay, so because I want to refer to the original, or the original website that is there, so I'll just put it in python.org. okay, python.org. okay, so it will give me a better, it will put that official site up, okay, rather than giving unwanted results. Okay, so let us just wait for some time till the results will load in. Okay, and we'll just see what things the Python has to say about that particular method. Okay, so here is the desired output that we want to go in, where we will get the required information that we want. Okay, so it will take us to the official site. Make sure you are going towards the official site. So for docs.python.org, that will be the common thing, and whatever thing you are searching, that will be afterwards. Okay, so in the input output function, that concept is there. So string format method, as I've told you, this is the concept that we are going to make use of. Okay, it is a very simple method which is there in the Python to do that particular task. Just understand what the Python is telling us. As I've told you, the language, you may find it somewhat difficult, but as we use it in the code, you will find it even easier. Okay, so what the Python has to say is the basic use of str.format method looks like this. Okay, so just let's simply understand what the Python has to say. So the Python is saying that if you want to use a print function, okay, like we did in the earlier code, and if you want to substitute values of variables in between the string, okay, so the string was there. The string was that the square of number is, and we had shown the answer. So we wanted to put our variables in between. We wanted to put a number in between that string and our answer at the end. So if you want to do such kind of task, so Python is saying that use it like this. Okay, so what it is saying is your string will be there, and wherever you want to put your variables in that string, just put your curly brackets over there. Okay, so it is very simple. You just have to put curly brackets over where you want to put your variables. Okay, so our first variable was here in our code that we wanted to print the number, and the last curly bracket will be there where we want to print our answer. So it will, in our code, it will look like the square of curly bracket is, or the answer is, there will be another curly bracket, and the string will close with your quotes. Okay, but there is one more thing that you will have to do is you'll just have to use this format method, okay, or string format method. So what is the meaning of method, why it is called as method, what is class, what is object, all the things we are going to study afterwards. But timing, let us just use it, and when the time comes we will see those concepts. Okay, so one more thing that you'll have to do is, along with putting curly brackets at the specific point or location, you'll have to use after the print. Okay, so after this quotes in the print itself, you'll have to use dot format and which values you want to substitute at those curly brackets. Okay, so right now in this example, what they want to substitute is, they want to substitute this nights at this first curly bracket, and they want to substitute this ni or ni it at this second curly bracket. So they have written it like this, but in our case it will be number here and it will be square here. Okay, so whichever values you want to substitute at that particular location, it might be string, it might be a variable. In our case, it is variable. Okay, so this knights will be substituted here, and this nai will be substituted here. So what the answer they are getting is print vr. This knights will be substituted here, and this nai will be substituted here. So the answer finally we are getting is we are the knights who say nai. So they have just substituted that nai here. Okay, so I think you have understood the very basic concept of this format method. Why it is called as method, we are going to study it afterwards, but timing, just remember that we are going to make use of this format method inside the print so as to put our so as to substitute our variables. One more thing that you can do is, so as they are saying here, the brackets and the characters within them are called as format fields. Okay, so these are called as format fields. This is called as format field. Okay, are replaced with objects passed into the str.format. Okay, so these are the objects that we are passing to this particular location. So this will be passed to this location, this will be passed to this location. Okay, a number in the bracket can be used to refer to the position of the objects passed. Okay, so right now what is happening is this value is getting passed to the first curly bracket and this value is getting passed to the second curly bracket. So what if you have to decide which one is to be placed where rather than here only? So suppose if I want to place this one afterwards and this one first. Okay, how you can do that? So they are providing one more method. What they are asking is just inside the curly brackets where you want to put it, just put the numbers. Okay, and these numbers indicate the location of that particular object. Okay, so right now 0 indicates after this, inside this format method, whichever the first element or first argument will be there, it will be having position 0 and this will be having position as 1. So whenever you will put 0 anywhere inside that print, at that position it will print spam. Okay, whereas wherever you will put 1, it will put eggs. Okay, so one more way you can do it, you can change the numbers. Okay, so rather than 0 and 1, suppose I put 1 here and after that I put 0. So what will happen? It will put the second value. 0 is the first value, and 1 is the second value. So it will put the second value in the format. So our second value is eggs. So it will print eggs and spam. In the second case, as you can observe, it will print eggs and spam, whereas in the first case it will print spam and eggs. The reason behind it is that it is the corresponding position of that argument inside the format method. Okay, so because it is at 0th position, because it is at first position, wherever you will put those values inside that curly bracket, at that location only these will be printed. Okay, so we have seen two different ways. Either you can put this, look, there is no compulsion that you will have to put the numbers. Okay, you may or may not put it. In this example, we have not put the numbers inside the curly brackets. There is no number here. So by default, it will take this as zeros value, it will put it here. By default, it will take it as first value, it will put it here. Okay, but the better way of doing it is you should put numbers here so that it will be easier for you while coding to put any value that you want. You can put this at multiple times. You can put multiple curly brackets and you can use one here. At that point, every time eggs will be printed. Okay, so this is the simplest concept of string format. Okay, so we will use that in our code, but I think you have understood what string format is. Okay, so in our code, what we'll have to do is, let us just rearrange whatever we have written in our print statement. Okay, so the square of, right now here at this position I want my first curly bracket, right? So we will put our first curly bracket. Okay, then the square of curly bracket we have written, the square of curly bracket is, then we want to show our answer. That is why we will put our second curly bracket. Okay, so after that what you are supposed to do is complete your quotes, double quotes. Okay, if you have started with double quotes, you will complete it with double quotes. If you have started with single quote, you will complete it with single quote. Okay, and after that what we do is we write dot format. Okay, so after dot format, what you are supposed to do, you are supposed to put parenthesis, right? And in the parenthesis we are going to tell which values we want to print here and here. Okay, so right now we are using it like the first example they have shown. Afterwards we are going to change it using the particular values here. Okay, so right now just do it in the first way, okay, that they had did. Okay, so for this first curly bracket, what you are going to put here, we are supposed to know, or we are supposed to print here the number variable. Okay, so just put here number. Okay, and for this second curly bracket, what we want to print is number, comma, there will be, comma is mandatory, there will be square. Okay, so this is it. This will be it for printing the result that we wanted using the format method, and this is called as the format method. Let us just see whether we are getting the desired output or not. Okay, so I'll just run the code again, and suppose if I put 3 now. Okay, so number is 3, it is showing me the square of 3 is 9, right? So I think you have understood the concept. One more thing that we had, I'll just minimize this. One more thing that they had shown in the documentation was that you can put numbers here, right? So you can put 0 here and you can put 1 here. So as I've told you earlier, 0 indicates the first element after the inside the format method, and 1 indicates the second element. If there is another element, that will be indicated by 2. If there is further element, that will be indicated by corresponding number. So I think you have understood it. If I run the same code again, if I run this code again, you will observe that we will get the same output. Okay, so let us just run this again with value 3. I'm getting the same output because even though if I put it or not, there is I have not changed the sequence as of now. Okay, suppose if I change the sequence, okay, as they had did in that particular documentation. Suppose if I put 1 here and if I put 0 here. Now I want you to pause the video, okay, and I want you to think over this, and I want to understand what will be the output of this code. Okay, so let us just see what the output is. Output will be of our code. Okay, so I'll just zoom it in, and let us just check whether your guess is right or not. Okay, so right now it is saying the square of 9 is 3. Okay, so that is not right actually. Okay, because the square of 9 is not 3, the square of 3 is 9, right? So what thing we have done here is that we have put 1 here. So that is why it is taking the second element in the format method. Okay, because 1 indicates that one and 0 indicates this one. Okay, so you'll have to be very specific while using the numbers here. Those numbers will always indicate the particular element in that particular format list. Okay, again one more thing that I can do is I can use this variable multiple number of times. Suppose if I, rather than 1, again I'll put it 0 here. Again I want you to guess what will be the output. Again I'll run the code and let us just see what will be the output of this code. Okay, so suppose if I put 3 again, so it is showing me the square of 3 is 3, right? So you can use, the reason why I'm showing you is because I want to understand that I can use this variable as many times as I want just by putting this square bracket and 0. We call this as format. Okay, format field as was shown in the documentation. So I think you have understood. Let us just correct our code so that it will show us the right output. Let us just run it again to check whether we are getting the desired output. 3 for suppose 4. What we are getting the answer, the square of 4 is 60. Okay, so I think you have understood what the format method is. Okay, it is a very useful method. It is there inside your Python 3 onwards. Okay, so I think we have made this code look better now, okay, as compared to the one that we had earlier. One more thing, one last thing that I want to add is Python provides you with a better way to square any given number, square, cube, or quadruple likewise. So rather than doing like this, there is a better way to do squaring of any given number. What you can do is we can make use of this asterisk sign that or operator that we have already used. The format is that whatever power you want to do, just put that number over there, the number of which power you want to do, number 2 times asterisk and the power. Okay, so right now we want to make square, so you just write 2 over there. Okay, if you want to make it cube, just write 3 over there. If you want to make it quadrupled, just write 4 over there. Okay, so whichever power you want to make of that particular number, just put that number over there. Okay, so that is how we can make use of the asterisk operator. Okay, so there is another way of using asterisk rather than just multiplication. Let us just check the output again, whether we are getting our output whether we are getting this number squared. Okay, so the 4 is there. If I do the answer, if I check the answer is properly coming here. Okay, so if I suppose put it 3 here, just guess what will be the answer. We will just rerun this our code. Okay, if I rerun our code and if I put 2 here, let us just understand what will be the output. The output is coming out to be 8, because now this will make the cube of the given number, but right now we wanted just 2. Okay, so I think you have understood what we have done and how we have evolved this code to make it better. Various concepts we have seen so far in this code that were very new to us, but these are going to be a very casual thing in the Python, because these are very simple concepts that we have seen and we are going to use them everywhere while coding. Okay, but you know what, still we have not seen the simplest method available there. Okay, so actually from Python 3.6 version, okay, they have provided even simpler method to do this. Okay, and the method is exactly like the one that we have seen right now. I just want you to observe the method and just see it comparatively only. Okay, and why I'm calling it as a very simplest method available. Okay, just I'll just write it first and then I want you to understand, okay, why it is simple. Okay, so the Python is saying that rather than using the one that we have done earlier, okay, Python is saying to use this method instead. Okay, so what we have done is there is no format method as such. Okay, and this method is called as, I'll just put it as the comment. I'll just put it one enter here. Okay, and this is called as f strings method. F strings or formatted strings. Okay, I'll just comment it out so that it will not interfere with our code. Okay, but it is called as f strings method. Okay, in which we don't have to use any format method as such. What simply we have to do is you write your statement as it is, rather than putting these replacement fields, rather than putting these numbers inside, directly put your variables where you want to put it. Okay, directly put your variables over there and just put one letter before your string, which is f. F stands for your f string, so that it will understand that it is a formatted field type. Okay, so the simplest method, as I've told you, from Python 3.6 onwards is this method. They have introduced this method to make it even simpler. They are saying don't use format. You can directly put these numbers inside the curly brackets and it will give you the same result. Let us first see whether we are getting the same result or not, and then we will talk more about it. Okay, so suppose if I put 4 here, it is giving me the exact same output, right? So this and this, it will give me the exact same output. But the problem with this method, the last method that I have not focused much at all, the reason behind it is that it is not compatible for the versions before the 3.6. Okay, so any version before 3.6, Python 3.6, it will not support, and you may or may not work with, you may work with codes which are of 3.2 version, 3.4 version. Okay, so if you are using those codes, this will not support it. So what I'll suggest is, what we will prefer is, we will go with this method. I want you to understand that this method is there. You can use it anytime if you are doing a new code, but it should not be a surprise if you see this method. Okay, so both methods are there. You can do it anyway, but more of all, I'll just say we are going to use this one because I just don't want you to get surprised when you see this code, because Python 3.6 is almost new as of now, right? So most of the codes will be having this kind of code. Okay, and in that case, I don't want you to get confused. This is very new. This is not that popular as of now. That is not that implemented as of now. So we will make use of both. Okay, so I think I have told you everything about the code. Okay, so you can use any method as I've told you. We have seen what is input, we have seen what is this, how to do square and all. Okay, so okay, then I'll see you in the